Hi, I'm Joanne, and I am from the Island Guest House Bed and Breakfast in Beach Haven, New Jersey, and trying to send some comfort your way. You know that most of you are stuck at home, so I thought that I would start a small series of short, easy cooking class videos based on some of the favorite recipes that you and our guests love when you come to our bed and breakfast each year. Today, a favorite is tomato, basil, feta quiche. It's very easy. First, we start with a pie crust, and this is a quiche dish. You can use a regular pie dish instead. I happen to make my own crust. I didn't video it because I'm new at that, and it came out great. My favorite go-to on a busy weekend at the bed and breakfast, and for you, if you don't want to make a pie crust, is the Betty Crocker pie crust. You get them in the store. They're in the refrigerator section, in a long thin box, and it's 2 rolls. You simply unroll them, set them in, and then you don't leave an edge around like a regular pie. You try to get your pie crust so that when you cut the quiche into pieces, anything that would hang over would simply crumble off. So I keep it pushed pretty far in. So this is ready to go. And then some of the ingredients we use are these grape tomatoes. They are so pretty. You cut them in little slices, and they kind of rise to the top while you're baking. We use feta cheese. We use cheddar cheese, half and half. Pepper. It suggests white pepper, but I don't have any here today since we're working at home. And kind of a little secret ingredient is nutmeg. Works really well in quiche. So the first step is you take 6 eggs and 2 cups of half and half, which is a pint, and it comes in a pint, so I don't have to measure it out. Perfect. We'll use this for the eggs. I forgot a whisk. 4, 5. I'm trying to keep these videos short and easy for you. Excuse me. And 2 cups of... Let's whisk our eggs. I'll be right back. It's going to go fairly quick. Okay. So you whisk your eggs. Okay. 2 cups of half and half. Of course, I washed my hands before I started, of course. Should have let you see that, but I did that. Okay. And then our 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. And it calls for a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. We'll do this one. Again, the recipe calls for white pepper, but I'll use black pepper, it's fine. Put that over there, and whisk that around a little bit. It does not call for salt, because you have a lot of cheeses. Okay. And then we're ready to build it. I'm going to take a moment to keep it going for a second. Cut some of these little cute grape tomatoes. Make sure that you're careful when you use a sharp knife. Use your knuckles so that you don't cut yourself. Shut that for a minute. Just about cutting up my grape tomatoes. And it's 1.5 cups of grape tomatoes. The recipe will be appearing underneath the video. So when you get to the end of the video, you'll see the recipe. So 1.5 cups is not quite a pint, but almost. So you have a little left over for your salad. Put those in, and I have, usually at the bed and breakfast, we have all of our veggies and herbs that we grow in the garden. Here I have some chives in my window box and some nice basil that has done me well for a while. Some of this has been washed, and the recipe calls for 1/2 tablespoon of basil, about 10 leaves. So we're going to take our basil leaves and we're going to confetti them. You just take all of your leaves, you put them inside of each other like this, and you just roll them up and you cut through them. There you go. We'll throw those in there with the tomatoes. Look how pretty they already look. This is going to be a beautiful quiche, very colorful and very fresh. You can smell the basil starting to go through the room. Okay, easy, easy, easy. The recipe calls for a quiche calls for 2 cups of half and half or cream, 6 eggs, and about 1.5 cups of cheese. Since this is a tomato basil feta quiche, we're going to use the feta. However, we use half feta and half cheddar. The cheddar seems to hold the quiche together a little bit. So we start at the bottom of our unbaked crust. And there's our cheddar. Sharp cheddar's fine, mild cheddar, whatever. And then there's 3/4 cup of our feta. Sprinkle that on. And then we take our tomatoes. Now, I'm putting all these tomatoes in here, and then once you put the eggs on them, you won't really see them. However, all the tomatoes will rise up and they'll be so pretty, little tiny circles. And then this is a 9-inch quiche pan. If you use a regular pie pan, 9-inch will work great. One of my quiche pans is a 10-inch at the bed and breakfast, and I love that. But the rest of them are 9. So sometimes all this mixture doesn't fit in. So we just pour that on here like this. And you can... And now there is a trick. I don't put all of the mixture in. What I do is I pour the rest of it into a measuring cup, and after I get it into the oven, then I pour the rest of the mixture in when the quiche is in the oven, so I don't spill it all over the kitchen. Okay, see how I just kind of poke this around, and you're going to start to see those really pretty tomatoes starting. Okay, let's see, put this in here. Grab another measuring cup, and we'll put the rest of this mixture in. Just my little tip of the day. Perfect. Our oven's at 350. And we'll put our quiche in. You know, in New Jersey right now, it is April. So if I was in New Jersey at the bed and breakfast, I would have a sweater and long pants. However, our winter office is in South Florida. We live here all winter, so it's about 90 degrees. Let me just poke this around a little bit so that all the tomatoes, not too much because they'll find their way. Okay, and that's it. So we're back. Our quiche should be just about done. Let's go check it out. 40 minutes at 350, and if you can zoom in, I'll bring it over. Look how pretty this is. So let's take a look. Nice and brown. If you So notice how it bounces back. There's no liquid. So we're going to let this cool for a few minutes. Actually, the best way to enjoy a quiche is to make it the day before, and then the next day, just heat it gently to a little bit above room temperature. The flavors will mix. It'll be perfect. It'll cut easily. So we'll be back in a few minutes. I'm going to let this cool completely. You can certainly do what we're doing here today. We'll just let it cool completely, or even cool for about a half an hour, and then we can cut into it. Island Guesthouse Tomato Basil Quiche, an elegant dish for breakfast, brunch, lunch, or dinner. Make this deceivingly simple dish in your own home, and remember us as you enjoy. We hope to see you soon. We are here and ready for you, and sending you comfort and love.